Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is RC Mechanic, and today I'm working on the Toyota Cruiser D90, and just after the unboxing, it was pretty clear that there was a few things I'm going to have to address, and one of them would be like getting this body off without fighting the dang thing forever. If you remember the unboxing, if you watched it, if you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. I had to do some modifications to make the body come on and off a lot easier. I mean, really, the person shouldn't have to fight for 20 minutes trying to get it off, right? Overall, this truck has been really awesome. As far as I can tell, it has not run on the trail yet, but it will be real soon. So right now, in this video, we're going to get this thing ready for the trail. So I've already worked a little bit ahead, and what I've done is I've taken these screws, I put a little real small washer behind that, here and here, on both sides, because it was keeping the body from coming down all the way. The other side of the screw poked through a little bit, and it kept it from mounting all the way. So if you remember the last time I took this off, it was a fight, and the pins are pulled right now, and this is what happened. Comes just right off. Alright, so with that, like I was saying, the screw, like right up in here and here, poked through just far enough where it kept it from seating down all the way. So what I just took some washers, and the screw head actually pokes out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it pokes out a little bit, and I guess if that bothers me, I can always put a button head on there, right? So that part's fixed anyway. The other part, which would be normal RTR stuff, and I had the same issue with my Trail Finder 2 BF Goodrich, is these hex adapters right here, is that they were not tight. The grub screw was in there, but it was not tightened down. So when you went to take the wheels off, everything came off. And if you weren't careful, you'd lose the pins and everything. So fix that issue. Plus, when I was trying to get the darn body off, I was prying on it, and I got some burrs up in here. So I took a file and I filed them down so that everything would sit flush there. Also, on the body itself, I took a little bit bigger drill bit, and I reamed that out just a little bit more. Still sits on there just plenty tight enough, but you know, it was still keeping it from going all the way down, so I could put the pins in and get the body right off with no problem. Let's see, the other issue with that, and these are just minor issues, you know, they're not major, they're minor. Let's see, it was something else and I can't remember. Alright, so the other issue, and with many RTRs, is that the shocks have no oil in them at all. And I noticed that when the tires were on and everything, that the back end sagged down quite a bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put oil in the shocks, and I'm going to move this spring perch at the bottom up to here. Little bracket that's on the axle itself. So let me go ahead and get these shocks off. I'll get them all oiled up, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so I removed the shocks, and as you can see, There is absolutely no dampening. All of them are the same way. There is oil on them, but not oil in them. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put oil in them, and so you can see the difference. All right, so I've got the shocks filled with oil. I've got these rear mounts right here on the rear shocks moved from here to here. So they're the same as the front. So hopefully we won't have any like you know, back end sagging a bit. So let me just get you in a little closer so you can see that. Let me get my doggone tripod to cooperate here. Alright, so the bottom of the shock mount used to be on this control arm right here, but since the front was on the axle itself, like this one is right now, I felt that it was more appropriate to put it there. Alright, I could have adjusted the height because there's 2 holes in this top mount right here. I could have moved it to the bottom one, made it easier, but instead I decided to move it to where the front is right now. So it should be able to do everything I want. The only thing left right now is to go ahead and put a Dean's connector right here. Okay, so with that, I'm going to leave you for a second, and I'm going to put the tire on here and put the Dean's connector on, and I'll see you in a minute or less. Alright, so I got the Dean's connector soldered on. So the only thing I can think of that'd be left to get it on the trail for the first time is nothing. I did find some screws that were loose. Oh wait, hold on. I have an on and off switch which was just above the axle and in a very bad spot, had come loose. So I'm most likely gonna move it like right there, so it won't get in the way of anything. So I'll get me some servo tape or hot glue or something, and I'll just put that right there. I had the same problem with my trail finder too, and I haven't fixed it yet, but that's what I just have to reattach it. So if a person considers that to be a big deal, I would say you're asking for too much. These are mass produced, so there's going to be some problems. But overall, I mean, like the frame of this thing is so darn heavy. I mean, it is like, I wish I had a scale right now, you know. So let's go ahead and put the body on and see how the back end looks, see if it drops down or not, and see if I have the ride height I want. Alright, so there it is. It looks a lot better. Remember at the beginning of this video, the back end of this thing right here was sit down like that. Wasn't really happy with that. So moving those shocks to that different perch made all the difference. And yeah, we'll be looking to run this here pretty soon. Weather here in Louisiana in the wintertime is kind of unpredictable, so I'll have to pick my dry days and just use it. So, but anyway, with the shocks having oil in them and everything, You're looking at some pretty good articulation for a little truck like this. They do have pretty small shocks, short. So you're not going to get the range that a lot of the other crawlers have. However, the top of this thing is, the body itself. We were talking about the frame being heavy. The body is heavy too. So, gonna have to work around that. What I would suggest, if anyone has one of these, or is going to get one of these, or got one under the Christmas tree, you may have to play around with some different shock weights, because you don't want to have too much articulation, otherwise the body will roll on you, instead of giving too much can be not in your favor. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment if you want. This is RC Mechanic. Have a great day.